Hello and welcome to WOW's Operation Replays. I'm your host, Lord Holland, and today I have another clan battle video. That was, well, taken, the 26th, so this was literally a day old. Now, this is meant to be, a help guide for, how not to and how to. Now, this is our second time facing Akali tonight, and, we kicked their butt the first time. So this is our second match against them tonight. And, we're in, like, Storm 2 and 1. We're going against Typhoon clans and that kind of stuff. Now, these aren't strategies that, the normal clan can pull off. Let's be honest. These aren't the normal ones. But this is going to be how not to panic. If you're a World of Warships player, everyone panics. Everyone panics. If you panic, you make mistakes. Making mistakes in randoms,
Roger,
clan battles, or operations. If you make mistakes in those mode, and you panic and do something like, oh, I gotta turn out real quickly, or do something, or just something that doesn't seem logical, you make a mistake and you get hurt. You get deleted. You get punished. You're going to see me be put in a position that usually a Moskva should be in. But I don't panic. I don't panic at all. I've played the Des Moines. I think I have almost 1 million XP on this. Now that's pretty small compared to other players. But considering that like 95% of my matches are in clan battles, I know my Des Moines. I know how to run it. Now, I do run a legendary Des Moines, so that's why I only have like a 15, kilometer range, which kind of sucks. And you'll see that I'll be put against ships that, outrange me. And it's not about panicking. The Des Moines has great detection. Abuse that concealment. But you have to stay calm. The calmer you are, the better the ship player. Like, if you see any of my operations videos, I'm never panicking. I might say, oh, I'm going to get hit real hard or something. I'm not afraid. I'm not panicking. I'm not worried. And you'll see that, I do something that I should have died on one of my mistakes here, but I didn't get punished. Now, the point is to get as close as this island, because then you can radar basically most of this area. And you see one of my teammates does spot the Moskva. And I've got good teammates. I've got great teammates. I love Bonky. Great clan. I'm so glad I got in with these guys. And you see, okay, yeah, the Clever, I'm radar. Clever is just gonna farm me. Okay. I'm aware of that. And I'm calling it out. Yeah, this isn't random, but it's also the same thing. It's the whole same thing. The Clever beaches, so we focus fire on them. Then you see down there, below the Clever, is the Marseille. The one ship that is like gonna be a pain. Because I know the Marseille can just burn me down. And I back up. I'm like, okay. And yeah, I can see I got two aiming at me. There's the Clever again, firing. He's a Clever. He's going to do what he can to just kind of mess me up and annoy me. That's what a Clever does against stationary ships. And you see that there was shells from the Marseille coming in. Yep, there's the shells from the Marseille. But he misses entirely. And you can see his guns, how I've always said, look at the guns. The guns are pointed right at me. But I'm in a position where I could shoot and I'm not spotted. And I'm still not spotted. There I am, slightly spotted. And I know the Bassar is there. I know the Marseille is there. I'm aware he's there. That's why I'm keeping my guns and I'm constantly not kind of fiddling my throttle back and forth. As a legendary Des Moines, you can go back and forth, real easy like this. It makes hitting you a little bit harder. And you see, okay, there's a Burgone now in the middle. Okay. It's not a big deal. And you see the Marseille now, he's kind of stuck in. Marseille can't bow tank. This thing does not bow tank. And you can just see his health kind of going down. You can just look at the health. You know, he's got fire. He's got a perma-fire on him. And they're just lighting him up. Our Marseille is lighting him up. Our Napoli is, you know, hitting him. Our other Des Moines is hitting him. He's getting hit. Now, I popped my radar because, you know, I was told that the DD might be going through middle. I popped my radar to see if maybe he already squeezed in there. I do try to back up. Maybe to try to lob some shells, but to also just... And you can look at the Marseille, yeah, he's got double fires on him now. And yeah, yes, I do kind of jump my mouse around a bit. But that's just how observant it is. Look at that Marseille. He is going down. He's got fires. That guy's not living. You can't bow tank in this thing. Boom. Yeah, Marseille's gone. He's gone. So now we can just own this side basically now. That was the only thing really stopping us. And the Burgone's kind of, you know, I'm just kind of sitting in the middle. I know I move up to help. But, you know, I was kind of stuck there. I did get myself bunched. But, you know, Legendary Des Moines, I don't have to worry about moving now. This is where I'm, like, just kind of fiddling. Because I don't do much this match. But I don't panic. Now, one of the tricky things with the Legendary Des Moines is that you can't accelerate too fast. And you will see that. Yeah, it takes a while to decelerate. You'll see me. Okay, yeah, I wanted to get in range to shoot the Moskva. But I back up, and then I go forward again. I don't know why I went forward. And you see, he's just dropping anti-sub so he knows where I am. And I aim because I'm trying to get that Citadel in the Moscow. It is possible to Citadel him through this gap. It's a fun little fact that I found out last night. But I'm just not having luck because it's such a tiny little area. And this is where I kind of mess up. I pull forward. And, you know, I kind of like, okay. So I'm trying to help get this Moskva down. I get lucky. I get a little Citadel there. It's not bad. But every bit of damage helps. I mean, he's going down. He's got a Monty. He's got... This guy isn't escaping. And I'm trying to make sure he can't... He has to go forward now. And I push up. And this is where I'm like, oh... I realize I'm making a big boo-boo. I have a Burgone. I play about... You know, I had maybe 100 battles in there at randoms. I know my Burgone. And I see the guns turning. And look at my Citadel. It is right there. There is no way... He should have shot me. And see, there's the shells. But I avoid... And there's the reload booster. There's his reload booster.
Torpedoes to starboard.
And there's the torp from the Summers. And we know where the Summers is now. So great. And it's where I'm kind of like, okay, I can do what I can. And then I realize I'm going to go forward. I'm not going to cower. I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm gonna help get him down because our Delph up north is gonna come down and help. We're gonna focus this guy down, and I go bow into him. Yes, he did get me, but Burgone, remember, it only has 380s. It doesn't overmatch my bow. So I can actually tank this guy. And this guy's basically, at this point, he realizes he made a big mistake. And I can just out DPM him at this point. Because I got 2 fires on this guy. This guy's going down. Just DPMing him down. You can see, just kind of like with that, my damage kind of doubled almost. Now, you might know that I don't run flags in ops. I never do. I only run flags in clan battles, because flags are an absolute must. I would honestly recommend don't run them in randoms anymore. Don't run them in operations. Save everything for clan battles if you want to be competitive. And you'll see how I'm just... And Clever's a hard ship to hit. But look at my shells. I'm still consistently hitting this guy. And he DCPs a fire, which is really a bad mistake for the Clever. He should have waited and gone dark. Now all he can do is just duck and dodge at this point. Clever can't dodge everything forever. And there he goes, his rudder. So he's got a broken rudder now. And there, another fire. So that's a perma-fire on him. So he has... And wherever he was turning, he has to turn in now. Unless now, of course, I know he has last stand, but, you know, I do get a good hit. Look at him. He's gonna burn to death. He's down. He's burning to death. And you can see where that smoke screen runs. There's the Summers. The Summers is right there. He was trying to save his cruiser. And I go dark because the Nevsky's there. And so I'm detected because of the Summers. And I can see him that he's just laying his smoke screen right there. I go bow into this guy. And I'm like, okay, I'm not really worried. I've still got health, so I can take a torp or two. Preferably, I'd like to only take one. And I know that Napoli's there. But the Napoli can't shoot me. He's the only thing I'm really worried about. And there I go, undetected. Nevsky gets 2 fires. That's unfortunate, but my DCP's almost off. I load AP. And I should have seen this coming, but that was a really bad torp drop from him. I don't really know what he was doing on that torp drop. I mean, yeah, that might have killed me if I had been doing things wrong and hadn't been aware they would be coming. And I go dark. I'm just here as a threat. As long as I'm alive, and I have this giant smoke screen to shoot from. As long as the Nevsky's spotted, and this beautiful smoke screen's protecting me, I can just fire it with impunity. I don't have to worry about it. But you can look at the points. We're 250 points ahead. They can't win. The match is over. But it's about just being in a position and not panicking. That's my whole point for this video, is just not to panic. There's no point to panic.